Hey everybody, Ken here, CCG vlog. Still feels weird only doing this once a week. I feel like I'm cheating on the vlog in general. It's like once a week, psh, I could do that with my eyes closed. Literally. 4 events this weekend. All 4 events this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're gonna be at the Max in McCook. That is Thursday, July 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. Still doing cash games and tournaments and single table tournaments at every single event. Being that we have the restricted capacity and things that are going on, the event world's a very different place now in the post-COVID. Do we say post-COVID? Because we're still kind of in the middle of it. So like in the current state of COVID, the event world looks very different. So you'll see much smaller events, but they're still going really well. I have to say thank you to everyone who's made it out the last 2 weekends to CCG. There have been some hiccups. We have tried our best to make everything, as smooth sailing as possible. And I would say overall the events have gone very, very well. People have taken to the new safety precautions, extremely well. We haven't had to yell at too many people about anything. So everybody's kind of doing their part and, keeping charity poker alive in every way, shape, and form. So I cannot say thank you enough for that. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart that you guys are watching these videos and still coming out to see us, and I appreciate it more than anything. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who's come out, and thank you to everyone who subscribes to our channels and our Facebook pages and our Instagram and Twitter and all that kind of good stuff. So again, just a big thank you from CCG, from myself and from the rest of the CCG family. So thank you. All right, back to the events for this weekend. So Thursday's featured event, basically there's one multi-table tournament at every single event, and that's going to be kind of the standard going forward until Phase 5 happens, or we kind of get an increase in the number of people that we're allowed at each and every event. So as long as that number's 50, which is what we're at currently, we're going to be doing one multi-table tournament a day. It'll always be at the start of the event. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll have a 2 p.m. multi-table tournament, and then Sundays at noon we'll have a multi-table tournament. No other multis past that. We are doing some single table tournaments on demand. So as soon as there's 6 players that want to play a certain type of sit and go, either 25, 50, or 115, those will fire off as soon as they get 6. And they've been pretty consistent, doing a half a dozen or so a day, which is great. A lot of 25s, a lot of 50s, 5s, and at least 115 every day. We've been trying to do a kind of a scheduled 115. It's been at 6:30 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, and then on Sundays around 4 o'clock. So hit me up for those if you want to play in any of those 115s. Otherwise, the 25 and 55 single table tournaments have been going off quite well. So back to the specifics for this weekend. Thursday at 2 p.m. we're going to do the $40 Big Bird. That is a $40 buy-in, 2 p.m. start, limited to the first 36 players. Don't freak out yet. We'll get to kind of how that'll work out. And then you still get your 5K in chips for your 40 bucks, and then for another $5 you can get an additional 3. Brings you up to a grand total of 8,000 in chips, 12-minute levels. So when we talk about a 36 player cap, that means we're going to start 6 tables. The tables are set 6-handed currently in Phase 4 charity poker. So we'll dedicate 6 tables to the multi-table tournament on any day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, up to 6 tables, 36 players seated at once. But what we will do is, as long as you get there before the end of registration, we will get you in as an alternate, which means as a player gets knocked out, then the first alternate would move in. That would be player number 37. And then when another player gets knocked out, the second alternate will go in, and so on and so forth. So basically what we've been doing is, if we get an influx of players where there's too many or more players that want to play than we have seats available, we will get you on a waiting list, get you on that alternate list, get your phone number, and then we'll call you as soon as your seat is ready. So sometimes, depending on how many people are in the room at any given time, you may have to wait outside, because again, we're stuck at that 50-person limit. You can hang out in the bar. If we're at a VFW, you can hang outside, you can sit in your car, go grab something to eat, whatever the case may be. But again, once we call you, you can run back inside and do it. So on days like Thursdays and Fridays, when we have the early bird tournament, the 40 and the 20, so again, Friday's feature tournament is the 2 p.m. $20 early bird tournament. you know, those seats recycle pretty quickly. So I don't recommend you go grab coffee or something to eat, because those will fire through a bunch. I think last weekend, well, we didn't do a Friday early bird or a Thursday event, so got nothing there. But the first two, I think Thursday's event, there were still like 38 players by the time we got done with alternates and re-entries. And on Friday's early bird 2 weeks ago at the Max, which is where we're going to be this week, I think they got up to almost 60 players by the time, again, doing re-entries and alternates and whatnot. We still got up to like 60 players. Again, not at one time, but 60 entries with people re-entering and alternates getting in and people showing up a little bit late and whatever the case may be. So that's how the multi-table tournaments are going to work. We're always going to do one at the start of the day. We are limited to 36 seats at the start of the tournament, and we will always do alternates. If you get there before the end of registration, which is roughly 3 p.m. for the early birds on Thursday and Friday, 4 p.m. on Saturday for the deep stack, and then 2 p.m. on Sunday for the big bounty deep stack. As long as you get there before the end of registration, get on the list and buy your seat, you will 100% get in. You will be an alternate. We'll have to wait until a seat opens up and then you get to move in. It's the best that we can offer this time. So don't think that you're going to show up and not be able to play. However, if you show up and you're not there early enough to be one of the first 36 people to buy in, you might have to wait a little bit to get that seat. But again, we will accommodate every and all players that we can in the best way that's possible. So again, Thursday's featured tournament, 2 p.m., $40 Big Bird, 8,000 in chips, 12-minute levels. Friday is the 2 p.m., $20 early bird, it's your standard bird, 5K in chips, 12-minute levels. Saturday, 2 p.m., we're doing the 120 CCG deep stacks. That's where you get up to 30K in chips with your $10 add-on and 20-minute levels. We are doing a small blind ante because of the fact that all of the tables are short-handed, being 6 players is the maximum that you'll have at your table at any given time. The big blind ante doesn't really work in that sense. So we still do an ante, it's just the small blind ante. Meaning when you're the big blind, you're going to put in the equivalent of the small blind for the entire table's ante. So Saturday is the 2 p.m. CCG deep stacks, and then Sunday at noon, we're doing a $250 big bounty deep stack. This past Saturday at Warrenville, there was, I think, 53 in the deep stack, which was great. And then on Sunday, again, that was at Warrenville, there was, I think, 35, something along those lines. And then the week before at McCook, or at the Max, there was like 50 something in that one. So it's been great with re-entries and alternates. It's been a really good way to do it. Trying our best to make sure everybody's happy. Cash games will pretty much have started at the exact start time at every single event. So 2 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then noon on Sunday. They've started within 10 minutes of the start of the event. I think people want to get in quickly, and they're showing up early to get there. We are doing a $100 high hand bonus. No promo taken, but that is what we're doing for the players for the time being. And yeah, if you want to get on the cash game list, text me at 630-901-9797. It is a cash game call-in list. The way the call-in list works for cash games is you text me, I put your name on the list, and you go down as a call-in. So if there are 2 call-in names on the list and then a live player is third on the list and a seat opens up, the live player is going to get that seat because the other 2 guys haven't checked in yet. Now, if you're third on the list, but the first live player and one of those call-in guys shows up, that's what happens. You get bumped down the list a little bit, they get bumped to the top. So it's very imperative. Text in, it can't hurt anything. Text me and ask me what games are going. Text me and ask me what the lookout, the turnout is. Whatever the case is, I'll answer and I'll let you guys know what's going on, and I'll put you on any list that you ask me to do. We are not saving any seats for the multi-table tournaments. Those are a first come, first serve. Get them as you go and be lucky and have fun. So come early for those multi-table tournaments because they do sell out quickly. Other than that, sorry for the very intensive informational vlogs that we've been getting lately, but there is a lot of information being on a 4-month break and then coming back to all of these new stipulations and things that we have to change. There's just a lot of information I have to get out to you. So, as always, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, email me, Facebook message, Twitter, Instagram, text. Did I say email? I don't know. Any of those things you can reach out to me and I'd be happy to get back to you as soon as humanly possible, which for me, it's pretty good normally. Anyways, thanks for watching. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody.